Hey, hey, hey. Marieanne here, the Crochety Clogger. If you are here watching the replay, thank you so much for doing so. And if we'll wait for some people to come in, and I don't have a whole lot to show today. I just thought we would chit chat. So welcoming anyone in the house at any time. Hopefully somebody will come. I thought we might look at Hirschner's newest mailer catalog, doohickey thingy, whatever you call it. Some of you may have already looked through this, but we're already talking about Christmas. Well, of course, because July has already passed. And by golly, July is all about Christmas too, isn't it? If nothing else, reminding us that it's coming. Who's not ready for Christmas though, right? I am on live chat. Oh, I can send me little emojis too? What? I didn't know I could do that. Oh, okay. I just put lotion on my hands. That's why I keep rubbing. And perhaps that might be a nervous thing too. It's not one of those though. I guess Halloween comes before Christmas, doesn't it? I am completely... I do not get my hands done or nails done at a salon. I just don't really used to do it. But I feel like, I don't know, it's an unnecessary expense. But there I go saying that, and I don't take care of my nails either. Hello, Maritza. Hola. Thank you for coming in. I've got one nail that literally is almost splitting that way. And I'm so embarrassed by it. And that's because our nails need moisture too, and I don't think about that. So kudos for those of you who do go take care of your hands and your feet. I should take better care of my feet. What do you think, Maritza? I think the feet are worth the money. Worth the money. Very much. And I need to do that. Hey, Maxie. That was one of the things I thought I might talk about. I have been so preoccupied with my kitty cat's health. He's not been feeling good. And finally, we had a difficult time with getting him into a veterinarian. But finally, we got him taken care of Tuesday, I think. Hey, Sunita. Thank you for coming in. I know, right, Maritza? I need to use more. That's a problem. I don't take care of my skin or my feet. I should. Hey, Madonna. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming. I still haven't watched your live replay, but I will do. I trust it went well. Madonna. I trust that it did. And I hope that it did. Hey, Christy. Okay. Melissa, you know what I've been doing all day today, just about, other than washing laundry. Good. I'm going to go watch the replay. And I have to watch Laura's replay. There's Jan. Sweet. Raid from Melissa's. Oh. CIA raid. I love that. Hey, Joy. I honestly don't have a whole lot to talk about today. I haven't been on in 2 weeks. I haven't had a live. But I just thought I'd come on. And for those of you wondering about Maxie Cat, we finally got into a vet Tuesday. And, it's a really long story. But that vet finally gave him a steroid shot and a antibiotic shot. And we have to go back in 10 days to get another antibiotic. But he's breathing. He is breathing so much better. He still has some wheezing and does a little bit of coughing. And the thing that the veterinarians don't seem to quite understand is why he's dry heaving, gagging a lot. I don't get that. Well, it's Jaxie. Oh, hey, Ange. Poppy's here. What's up? Okay, Poppy. I wanted to remember. It's been several. I don't know how long it's been ago, but you suggested using for my chair dances that I do, which I don't do often enough. But you suggested using copyright-free music, which a lot of people have suggested that over the months and years. But you know what? And I kept saying, it's boring. But I gave it a shot. It's fine. I'm doing it. So you guys can have music while you exercise. You don't have to go try to find it here in one window and then look in the other. So it works. It's good. Yeah, thank you, Kim. Yes, I haven't responded to your comment, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all want to hear the whole story, but when it first started, I'm going to tell you the whole story. How's that? When it first started with him, it was back in June. Okay. And what it was, first thing I noticed was him snoring, literally snoring, while he slept. And I thought, well, maybe he's just getting old, and then he would gag, kind of not. And I thought, oh, this must be a really bad fur ball. Y'all might remember me talking about worrying about that he's not getting the fur balls up, So I give him the treats, little dry treats that are supposed to help with fur ball, but apparently they don't help enough because I got some of that cream. And it's funny. You're supposed to put it on their paw and they lick it, and it tastes like the one I got tastes like salmon. But anyway, and I put it on his paw and he just went and flicked it over on the wall. I'm like, well, fun. So, but he likes it. He just licks it off my finger. Well, up came a big old fur ball, and that did not seem to help his wheezing and his coughing and his gagging. And he already had an appointment in July at his regular doctor, which is about 35 minutes away. But I called them because they wanted to do more blood work. They're worried about him getting his thyroid, which is kind of common as they get older, with the metabolism and all. So he already had that appointment, but I was calling to get him in earlier because I was worried, man. I was really worried about him. He was just wheezing like asthmatic. And I don't know, and his appetite, well, no, actually at that time he was still eating really good. He has a voracious appetite, I have to say, So, but I couldn't get him in early. They wouldn't take him. And they said, is he pooping in a pen? Yeah. Is he eating? Yeah. Well, then it's not an emergency. He's okay. But it was just, I can't help it. I was really worried about him. But we finally got him in there on his regular appointment. And they did an x-ray, and she found that there's a lot of air in his stomach from gas, swallowing a lot of air, I guess. I know, right, Madonna? Breathing is important. But he's swallowing a lot of air, so he has a lot of air in his stomach. But she couldn't see. Apparently, cats' nasal cavities are really intricate with a bunch of little bones, and so x-rays aren't going to do a thing for that. But so his x-ray looked good. His blood work came back great. No problem, no infection. So it wasn't like a sinus infection or anything. So she was worried that maybe something's blocked in there, stuck in his nasal cavities somewhere. And I'm like, oh no, I hope he didn't. He's not one to bother things and climb all over and eat stuff. The only thing he eats that he's not supposed to eat is houseplants. So I don't get to have any houseplants. But other than that, it's like my beading and stuff. He don't mess with it. He just doesn't. He's good like that. But then I'm thinking, oh no, I hope there's not a bead stuck up in there or a little ball of yarn or scrap yarn or something, but he's not like that to eat that. But anyway, and he just continued to get worse. He's 13. I don't know what breed he is. They just call him domestic. I should go get him, shouldn't I? Maxie, let me go get some treats. I'll go get him to come over. Anyway, we ended up, he just got worse, and they couldn't see him again quickly in his regular place. So we found another place that's only about 20 minutes away. And that doctor seemed more practical. The first doctor we went to referred us to a specialist who can do what they call a rhinoscopy, which is like I think they go through the mouth and up in the nasal cavities, like a colonoscopy, but this, or what's the other one called? Something scopy, endoscopy. Something, kind of like that, to go look and see. And if there's any polyps in there, they might be the kind that they can take out. Or if there's something wedged up in there, endoscopy. They call this a rhinoscopy, only because it goes up in the nose. But yeah. And that appointment at that specialist is not until middle of September. And I'm like, he's not going to go on breathing that long without some relief, because he was feeling bad and he was getting where he couldn't even hardly eat anything, because that's not him. He loves to eat, and he's lost weight. But I'm just glad he's not got the hypothyroid but he is 13. So, I mean, for an indoor cat, though, that's not that old. Yeah, they do have to put them under for that, and it costs a lot of money. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how this round of antibiotics goes, and the next round, he's got to get one more round of antibiotics. We're going to see how that goes, and in a month or so, if it comes back, I don't know what else to do hay fever. See, that's kind of what I'm wondering too, Poppy. If he's just, and like in the summer with the air conditioning, it's just so too dry for him. And I was doing a little research, and I don't know, trust me, I don't go into a doctor's office and say, well, I Googled this and I found out, but I don't do that, because I respect doctors enough to just so you know, I'm not that way. But I did do some research about, because none of the doctors could tell me why he's dry heaving. And he does a lot of slobbering. As he's getting older, he's slobbering. When he gets excited, when he knows I'm getting ready to feed him, he starts slobbering, or when he gets brushed, because he loves to get brushed. When he gets brushed, he starts slobbering. And I'm wondering, because he can't breathe through the nasal cavities, if with that slobber running down, if that's not what's making him gag, kind of like us when we have that drainage back there. I don't know. But when you have lovely lovies like that you love so much, you're trying to justify everything that's going on and just hope and pray that. But yeah, Christy, we've got friends who had we called him Jack. His name was Jack, and I called him Jack the Acrobat, because he was a cat and he would climb a ladder and come back down. He was Jack the Acrobat. He ended up being 22 years old, 22. And he was an indoor-outdoor. He was free to go wherever, which was really unbelievable for. Okay, Doris, that's quite all right. Oh, Madonna, I'm so sorry. I hate to lose. Madonna, I want to tell you something I saw on Facebook today, and it's worth such a good read. I wonder if I can link it in my community tab. Madonna, you might know. Does anybody know if I can link things from Facebook in my community tab here on YouTube? Okay, you guys all know. Madonna, why do you have to lose Tess? Anyway, y'all know the poem, The Rainbow Bridge. But this guy, I don't know, I think he's a journalist or something. Because when you read that poem and see it, usually says author unknown. But this journalist found out who wrote it, and it was such a cute story, a wonderful story. Yeah, anyway. I know I've missed so much chat because I've been going blah 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 blah. Yes, Kim, and because it shrunk some of that inflammation up in here, I assume he is breathing so much better. He's still coughing a little, and he's still gagging when he gets excited, you know, this, and wheezing slightly. But it's not nearly as bad as it was. You know what I did last night? Okay, our bathroom is very small, but this house is pretty small, but the bathroom is very small. And the oh Madonna, I'm so sorry. I thought you meant he was I thought you meant she was gonna have to go down. Oh, okay. So it's her dog. Oh, I'm sorry. How old is Tess? 21 years. No. I know, right, Donna? Tess is Madonna's baby. I know. Oh, 13. That's exactly how old Maxie is. Oh, Madonna. I'm sorry. Maybe y'all can Skype, or does anybody Skype anymore? Or maybe what is it? Zoom? Maybe y'all can Zoom. Oh. Hey, D, I didn't even see you. I miss a lot of people. Oh. Let me go get his treats. I'll get him to come over here. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's looking. I just love to see him more his normal self, though. He really is. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Our bathroom is super small. And when you turn the light on, hey, Miguel. And when you turn the light on in the bathroom, we have an exhaust fan, right? It's small, so you don't want to, I didn't, but anyway, the exhaust fan takes up all the, steam and such. But so what I did is I found a pretty bright flashlight and I put it in there and I drug him in there and locked the door while I took a shower yesterday. So maybe breathe some of that steam and it might help. I'm going to try to do that more on a regular basis. Oh, and the other thing that the doctor, yesterday, a couple of days ago, said that he sounds like he's kind of asthmatic anyway, which I don't know. But I'm just hoping it was just like dry. I'll be right back. I'll go get some of his little hairball treats that don't really do the work. Ouch. See if I can squeeze out of here. You want a treat, Maxie? Come on. I got you something. Come on. Come on, bud. Here he comes. Here he comes. You're going to have to come up here. Come here. People want to see you. Come on. Come here. Come on. Karen. Karen, if you're watching, I love you. Say hey. Say hey. Okay. You want another one? Y'all, he's so soft. Eucalyptus, 2 bowl hot water. Yeah. In the hey boo, you want another one? Oops, come on. He is a pretty boy. He's my big fuzzy wuzzy. Fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy. Fuzzy wuzzy. Did you hear that? When he gets excited. He does these really hard exhales sometimes. Handsome man, they're calling you. You want one more? Come here. Come here. No, up here. You can do it. Up here. Okay. Give me He is soft. He is soft. I collect his hair. No, I don't have another one. No, it's Greenies hairball treats that don't work. Oops, not for him anyway. Hoppa, hop hop, come hop hop. Ah, there you go. Okay, did you get it? Oh, you are slobbering. Ugh. Slobber, slobber. That's it. You've had enough. Sorry. He is soft. So I don't know. Would anybody now? Granny D said he might be what was it called? D, blue something. He might be part of that. But you really are slobbering. I wish I had a napkin. Blue something. D's asked me a couple times. Yeah, I know. I left him open, didn't I? I shouldn't have done that. But I do think he's got some either ragamuffin or ragdoll in him. Russian blue, yeah. So I mean, he may have any of that. Yeah, he's got a pretty undercoat, very soft, light gray. Okay, buddy. I ain't got no more. Now he knows they're over here. They eat chickens. Yeah, with his appetite, and he was eating so little bits at a time. I bought some liver pudding. He loves that. I do too. So we're sharing some liver pudding. I do have a cool mist vaporizer. May actually put that in the bathroom with us too. My husband, Mr. C, doesn't want me to run that in the house because then it makes our things have to work harder, our air conditioner things. But anyway, I'll put it in the bathroom. The blues have double fur. Oh, so he must be like part Russian blue then. I don't know, but I loves him. I have to explain his origin to you. Laura! Hey! You've been lurking. Do what? If I can find some local to me. Oh, some local honey. Yes, local honey. I thought you'd call me honey. Yeah, just like us. If we ingest honey that's local to us, yes. Thank you. Okay. He'd probably like it. He likes mayonnaise. Who was it? Was it Tammy? Flower Creations by Tammy? I can't remember. Might have been Teresa. But anyway, somebody suggested mayonnaise instead of the the stuff that he licks for fur balls. He likes mayonnaise too. But I get like a 6-week delivery from what is the pet thing? The pet company. You order it online and you get it automatically every ever how long. Taxi! Like a Maine Coon. Yeah, her belly hair is kinky curl. His hair behind his ears has little curls. That's kind of wonder why I think he might have a little ragamuffin in him too. He's a mutt. I mean, most cats are mutts, right? Most dogs are mutts. He'll love the honey. Okay, good. Chewy. Thank you. That's right, Melissa. Chewy. So I'm just going to order extra of that, order the tube licky stuff and grass. Yeah. Yeah. Trey's not a mayonnaise fan. I love mayonnaise. I like ketchup too. Pancake syrup. Oh, don't say that. I haven't had pancakes in a long time. Yeah. See, I have to tell you the origin of Maxie. When my dad was alive, he had, the last, I don't know, the last 10 years of my dad's life, I guess. His mental began going downhill, and he had dementia. He ended up dying of stomach cancer. But when we discovered that, it wasn't long before he was gone. But, at the time that he started with dementia and stuff, I was trying to figure things out. I mean, and as caregivers, you guys probably know this. You kind of learn as you go, unless you have an educated background of all this. But with my dad, I kind of learned as I went, and I learned, what battles to fight and which ones just to kind of go along with and all that. But I wanted him. I grew up with animals. We had all kinds of animals. But I wanted him a companion, and I was super scared to do it. I knew I wanted a cat because cats are just so independent, and but my thing was, with him forgetting things, is he going to remember to feed the cat? So I had mentioned it in. There was a cat lover in one of my adult classes, dance classes, and she did a lot for the community shelters and stuff. So she called me up one day and she said, "I got you a little kitten for your daddy. You still want one?" And I was going, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah." I couldn't say. So she brought him to work to the studio the next week, and I took him home to Pop and opened up the little carrier, and Maxie wouldn't come out, and Daddy got down on all fours on the floor and looked at him in there, and he said, "Well, hey, little Maxie." He just called him Maxie. I said, "Okay, that's his name." So, yeah, Dad. Yes, that's when my dad passed in 2016. But yeah, so that's why that cat just made me and my dad, like, I don't know, even though we had like so many animals that we all loved, me growing up, this cat gave us such a special connection. I mean, it was just so cute. Oh, and I was completely wrong. My daddy did not forget to feed him. He continually fed him. So yeah, that was a chore. It was a chore in that it was hard to not let that cat get too fat. Oh, but yeah, yeah. Oh my dad, and that's such a good cat. My dad trained him so well. He would do all kinds of little tricks for my daddy. Oh, I love that cat. Okay, so what else is new in everybody's life? Somebody tell me something fun, something good. I know what Madonna's gonna say. Cheetos are good. Cheetos are good. He did do them so good, Melissa. Oh my God, it was just it did a lot of good. And Dad, and I didn't want Maxie to be an outdoor cat because so that was also kind of hard to not, so I thought, okay, I did a little research about cat leashes, little harnesses. And so my dad and Maxie learned how to walk together out in the yard. Maxie had a little leash and a harness. I remember. I remember an old friend driving by and called like a couple of days later. He said, I saw your dad out in the yard. Was he walking a cat? Does he think the cat's a dog? Is your dad okay? And I'm like, he's walking his cat. Oh, it was so cute. Okay, let me read what Donna said. Oh. Oh, Donna, I'm so sorry. I know. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, my dad never, I think once he forgot who I was. Once he looked at me and said, Who are you? Just one time. And that was kind of near the end. Oh, that's okay, Teresa. She's a working. I gotta have something to drink. I no kidding. I've been completely preoccupied with him. Even, oh gosh, and the night when we got home from the vet, when after he got those shots, I almost thought he was having a bad reaction because he had these. It was almost his abdomen, almost like a convulsive type of thing. He was gagging, dry heaving, and it was, he was kind of convulsing, and I hadn't seen him do that before. It was, but I do feel I am so relieved he's breathing better. Today was the first day of the school year for some parts of Eastern Georgia. Oh my goodness, that's early. But where I work in the town is called Pittsboro. I've heard kindergartners have already started there. Hey, Nancy. Well, I have not completed the row counter for the what's it called? Featured row counter for August yet. I'm working on it. And I was unable to start working on it until this morning, actually. But I mean, I hadn't been sitting on it all day. Again, I have to do little bits and something else. But I guess I can tell you this. I'm going to do the video and upload it tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you anyway, because this was a close one, a very close one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Hey, you want to guess which one won? You want to guess? We had a choice of the green lamp work beads. We had a choice. You want to see them? I guess I can show you. Our choices were, all right, Donna. Our choices were these beautiful green lamp work beads, or these lovely, we gotta find the other ones too. These lovely dice. Sorry for the glare. All those little bitty dice. Dice. Or this lovely, what do you call it? Shell. Oh, I'm going to have to ask, these lovely shells. So, I bet you can guess which one. One now. God, that's early for school. So early. Holy cow. But then maybe they get out a little earlier. Late July. Crazy. Okay. Well, here I've gotten NASA shells. They won. NASA. Thank you. I haven't replied to you yet. Now I want to Google NASA shells. They look exactly like, to me, they look exactly like conch shells, but with just miniature, completely miniature. Yeah, cowrie are real kind they can be very shiny. I got some of those too. Where are they? Bet they're out in the building. Yeah, I've got some I've been wanting to use those too. The dice ones. Well, here's what I've got so far. I'm gonna oh, forgot to show you. Duh. So stop wiggling. So we're gonna put this at the I'm gonna put a few loops together. But I wanted to really stay with sort of a natural. I'm putting some woods in there and woody things and some oranges. Some oranges. That would remind you of your home, wouldn't it, Laura? No, no, it was close, Christy. The green only got 8 votes. The dice got 9, but the shells got 10. That's how close it was. It was a close race. I really thought the dice was gonna win. I really did. But it ended up by 1 point. The shells get it. The repurposed shells get it. Oh yes, plant hangers made out of those. Yeah, this was a really cool necklace. I've already ripped it apart, so I mean you can't see what it used to be, but yeah. Yeah, I remember the plant, and this kind of looks like it could have been. Nah, I remember those. My mom had a bunch of them. Yeah, I bet they do remind you of home. How far away, Laura? I know you. How far were you from like the border there at Myrtle Beach? Were you near the shore? Is a question. I probably have told you that before too. Asked you before. Yeah, I like the cowrie ones too. Do I still have that big old conch shell I saved from my mama's house, mom and dad? I don't know. I don't know if I have that anymore or not. I was really surprised that I mean that it was that close. Usually one thing just gets it's bam, this was a close call. Yeah, the shells won. That's cool because I was really looking forward to working with them. Was going to do something anyway, right? Regardless. And I also, before I forget it, I want to say, hey, to Leah Lou and Lander too. Leah Lou and Lander too. Anybody else lurking? Wow, that far from Myrtle. Oh, Hilton Head and Beaufort. Ooh, Beaufort is a nice place to. Oh, yes. And Beaufort, isn't that kind of near like Atlantic Beach, Crystal Coast? Isn't that kind of near there, Laura? I love to go there. There's this one kind of retro hotel. It's called the Atlantis on Atlantic Beach. And it's when I say retro, some people might think, oh, it's a dive, but it's not. It's clean and it's all redone, but it's all redone in like 70s, 60s style furniture. It's really cool. I like it. And you can take your little lovey fur balls with you, which we do. Hey, Regina. Myrtle Beach is, I know a lot of people love Myrtle Beach, but we went there when I was little and it was great. For kids and for entertainment and out to eat and all that, Myrtle Beach is great. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't want to go there. There's only one reason I want to go back to Myrtle Beach, and that would be to go eat at Duffy Street. What's it called? Seafood Shack. Oh my gosh. Best crab pots ever. Beaufort, not Beaufort. Beaufort. Oh, I didn't know that. Beaufort. Beaufort. That's a beautiful town. It's a herb. I remember when I was scuba diving, I only went off the shore of North Carolina one time to dive, and I think it was out of Beaufort that the dive that we went out of on the boat. Shoo, boy, I tell you what. It was a small boat, what they used to call a six, or still do, I guess, a six pack. And North Carolina juts out pretty far in the Atlantic. And in order to get to anything dive worthy, scuba dive worthy, there's a lot of wrecks, sunken wrecks off the shore of North Carolina. But that boat has to go out a long way to get there to any of the wrecks. And because, like I said, the state kind of juts out a little bit farther. And God, everybody on that boat was seasick. To the point that a lot of people didn't want to dive. I was like, just remember, once you get under the water and get down there, you'll calm down and you won't feel sick anymore. I felt so sorry. I mean, I felt queasy, but I didn't get sick. But everybody was, be-do. You lived in Fayetteville from 84 to station there? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sandra. You know what? I'm sorry that your hubby had a heart attack. Very sorry. But I'm glad he's doing good. He's got to be doing good if he's doing some walking. That's exactly what my husband, he requested that I make him a row counter, and in fact, it looks just like this. It's just very simple. It's just got a ring on one side and a hook on the other. Of course, he didn't want no blingy stuff, of course, but he uses his to walk around the church lot. Yep, he sure does. And I used to see it just thrown on the buffet thing over there, but one day I saw him pick it up and take it with him, and I was like, he does use it. I didn't think he did. Makes me want to go. I haven't been to no sand this summer. We have not taken a vacation of any sort. Not even a weekend away anywhere. That's okay. Mr. C is not a beach person. I am a beach person. Mr. C is a mountain man. Of course, I love the mountains too. That's one thing I love about North Carolina. You can go to the beach or the mountains, and it takes about, I don't know. Actually, it takes less time for me to get to the mountains. Oh, because your father's federal job. You've been a lot of places. I haven't really moved that far. Much. You know what I mean? Oh, well, see, now, Regina, I should have said that. I am not one to go suffer in the sun and get burned and, you know, and no. I have to have my umbrella. I have to have my umbrella. Got to be in the shade. I mean, that's the life. Just kick back, shade on the beach, listen to the surf and the gulls. But now you're a mountain girl. No, mountains are beautiful too. I mean, you gotta admit. And I went where, let's see. The the mountains on the western part of the United States are so different than our mountains here on this side. They're like they're so boulder like looking on the western side. Oh, that's right, Trey. I forgot. They renamed Fort Bragg Fort Liberty due to yeah, we won't go there. But yeah, they did. We won't go there. Yeah, they renamed it. I don't know that I'll ever if not that it matters, but if I hear Fort Liberty, I am not even going to think where that is. Oh, Chrissy, it's akin to Trey might be able to tell you better than me. Yeah, Trey would be able to explain it better than I would. Akin to a lot of, hey, persniffers. Persephone is speaking. Hey, Maxie. Come on, Persephone's asking for yeah. Oh, Regina, I got to read. Of course, everybody might be reading. I don't know. Regina used to wonder what would cause people to get on a boat and live their lives on the sea. After her cruise in 2014, she understands. Yeah, I could. I think I could do it too. I could do it too. Poppy grew up by the beach. Yeah, that's the one thing. The salt air. I love it. I love it. And you have your air conditioner running in the car. And then when you get 10 miles before you get to the beach, you roll all the windows down and I just love that air too. But you know what? Farmland's a good smell too. That earthy smell, the tomato smell, the tomatoes on the vines. That's a good smell. The gardens. Yeah, there you go, Trey. That's why. That manure smell. But you know what? I'm going to say something. Shit makes the flowers grow. It might stink, but it makes the flowers grow. And that's a good thing. There's a really cute song that I have in my playlist that I just listen to my own playlist for me, right? And the name of the song is, y'all need to look it up. It's a cute song. I heard it in a movie. Have you ever watched a movie and you go like, wow, this is a cool soundtrack, and you look it up? This song was in a movie. I cannot tell you what movie. I don't remember. But the name of the song is Shit Makes the Flowers Grow. It's a cute song. Look it up. Hey, Tammy. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. You'll have to watch the replay because Maxie came over and got a bunch of treats a while ago. He's down on the rug there in the kitchen because it's one of them nice squishy ones. He likes to lay on that rug because it's nice and squishy. Oh, I love that song. Makes me want to play it, but I don't think I can I? I know, right? Persephone, keep your claws in there. That's another thing. When Maxie goes to the vet, I have to. Okay, first of all, that cat is not a good patient. He's not. He's mean. He's like, they're going to hurt me. And I'm not going to let them. So he has to take a gabapentin before he goes to the doctor. I mean, and, even with that, I mean, he's really, even with that, he is so hard for them. It's so hard for them to trim his nails. It's like, but I get it, right? Because I get it. You're taking away don't you take away my weapons. It's all I have to, Gotta go. Okay. Ooh, cool. A date with hubby. And see you later, Ange. I'm hoping my Mr. C will say, let's go out to eat. Otherwise, I'll be cooking hamburgers. But that's okay. Not a big deal. What? Really? Oh, I got to see that, Christy. Oh, I hadn't played my fiddle in forever. I have not. I have not. I have not. It hurts me. I have to learn how to have a better posture. And I know you're supposed to when you play the fiddle. Christy, I got to go over there and look. If you think about it, send me a link. Will you, Christy? To that. Oh, I'd love to see that. I know they're sharp. I know. It's awful. And when he was feeling really bad, it's like you have this motherly thing and you want to, instinct kind of, and you want to like help calm down. Like when he's gagging, I'm petting him and going, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, get away from me. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, but Hey, Linda Quilty, Devil's Dream. Oh, God, that's some good feeling right there. Oh, gosh, I'd love to see that, Christy. Ooh, you got a Temu delivery. Hey, you know what? I didn't do a video on it, but I bought a shirt from Temu, and I love it. I love it. It's not. It washed up good. It fits me perfect. I love it. What else did I get from Temu? They got beads. They got, and I haven't. The only thing that I have to say that I bought, no, two things that were not worth, and that's my own thing. It was a risk I took. I wanted a hair dryer, miniature fold up hair dryer that you could just take with you. Sometimes I don't want to use my brush dryer. I have a hair dryer. It's like a big old brush. And it's nice because it smooths my hair, but I don't want to always use. Sometimes I just want to get it dry and go to bed, and I don't care, you know. But so I bought a real cheap. What was it? $2. It don't get hot. It blows cold air. I had it running on how long. It does not get hot. It was awful. So it's hit and miss, but I'd say 90%, 95 even percent of everything I've got from there has been fine. I know, Linda. I might have to get. Not that I need a bunch more clothes. I don't wear all the clothes I have, but yeah, they have nice. That was a nice top. It was sort of. I don't know why I'm saying was. It is kind of a burgundy looking. I'll go get it if you want me to, but it's nice. I like it. I've only worn it once. Yeah. And it's really not that long. The fact that it's free shipping is unbelievable to me. But I have to tell you one thing. I did delete their app, and I am because and I'm reporting all their texts and stuff as junk because I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Or I just need to go in my settings and unclick their to receive their texts and stuff. I just don't want all that. If I want to order something from them, I'm just going to go straight online and do it. I don't need all them emails and texts and stuff. It drives me up the wall. Plus, I don't need to be, I don't, don't entice me. Stop enticing me. I don't care if I get 10 free things. Just stop it. That's how I got that stupid hair dryer. I've not tried the long dresses either. But I should. I like to wear free flowing things like that around the house. I've got about 3 or 4. What are they called? Not Lululemon, the other one, LuLaRoe. I got some of their little shift dresses. I like. They're comfortable. Oh, full face muzzle for the kitty cat. Yeah, he's like. It's a battle to get his nails trimmed. Thanks, Kim. They took when they took his X-ray. Of course, I couldn't go in there with them doing that, but when she showed him to me, I mean, it was just so cool because he was just laying there on his side for one, and on the other one, you could tell he was like this, spread eagle. And I was like, "How in the world did you get him to?" Of course, he's on the gabapentin. He was kind of like real sedated. It's kind of sedated, loopy. And they put him on. They say, yeah, we have this real soft gel pad that we lay him on. And they have what they call kitty blinders. And it's kind of like a face mask they put over his eyes. And it just kind of calms them down. I thought that would have been the coolest thing to see. I've ordered from Wish before. I did it for some costuming, Laura, years ago. And Wish kind of, and I guess because it was costuming, I was worried we weren't going to get them in time. But they were good. Wish was okay. Their stuff was okay. It's just hard to, you can't pin a date on when you're going to get it. They take forever. Muzzle is clear. The muzzle is clear. Yeah. I know, right? Is that what you mean, Linda? A gel pad to lay on with some beautiful. I know it's like she said it's like our spa kitty area on the X-ray. I know, right? My mom always used to. Christy would used to wear her moo around the house, and when I wear my LuLaRoe dresses around the house, that's what Mister C calls them, moo. I say it's not a moo, it's LuLaRoe. He's like, it's a moo. I like moo. Gosh, my mom, she'd wear the long, beautiful, what are they, caftans too. Ugh, they were pretty. In fact, she had one beautiful one that she loved, and she rarely wore that caftan because it was her most favorite. So when she wore it, it was like when company came over, right? Y'all know what I mean by caftan, right? The long, uh, basically two huge rectangles that are sewn up down the side. So you've got these long kind of wings, beautiful, like satiny prints, beautiful, beautiful. And I actually buried her in that one because that's, I think she would have been okay with that. Yeah. Mm. Hey, Max. Yes, I'm relieved. Well, what else do we want to talk about? Oh, maybe I should go up here and. Oh, stitch. Yeah, Christy Stitch Marker Supply. Me too. Well, I've not bought all of them from there, but yeah, I bought several of the findings and stuff. Let the bat wings flap. There you go. I can't figure out why I'm still having bat. I know I've said it before. I'm doing so much of my with them stretchy bands, to keep my neck and my shoulders nice and muscles around there nice and strong. And my arms get a workout too, obviously, but nothing's helping this. Nothing is helping that. I don't get it. Yeah. I don't think mom ever told me what she wanted to be buried in. If she did, I completely forgot because I put her in that caftan. Beautiful fuchsias and, if I remember right, yeah, fuchsias and black and blues, bright blues. Yeah, she loved that one. She looked good in hot. I don't, fuchsia. There's a difference between fuchsia and pink. It's like, what are those plants? Those hanging plants? My mom called them fuchsias. I don't know what they're really called, but they had the most beautiful, like fuchsia colored blooms and white, kind of variegated. Yeah, the movement. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, I know they call them. Okay, so a moo and a caftan to me is quite similar, wouldn't you say? Moo can have sleeves, though, I suppose. Yeah, flowing like a silk butterfly. Yep. And in fact, when she left the hospital, I brought that up. I brought that up to the hospital. She's like, "That's what I want to wear when I go home today." I'm like, "Okay." You don't believe all the nurses that were complimenting her on the way out. In the wheelchair. Same muumuus and caftans are the same. There might be a little bit of a styling difference, but not much. And culturally, I think like Hawaii is, yeah, and perhaps caftan more Africa, wouldn't you say? Culturally, but I don't know. Google. What was it? Sweet tea say goo it. Sweet tea say goo it. The only reason I do have some long LuLaRoe skirts too that I like to put on with a t-shirt. That's more in the fall time though, or but the skirts have to be careful because going up and down the stairs to our basement, I trip over them. My mom loved the bright colors too. And she was a big fan of red too. Mama liked red. And then for some reason, when she turned 70, she was like, I'm too old to wear red anymore. And I was like, what? You're never too old to wear any color you want to wear. I'll never forget that conversation. But she was only 72 when she passed. My mom passed. I feel that's kind of young. Well, folks, I'm going to leave you with a quote. What did you say? Club of Purple and Red. Oh, what is the name of that club? Red Hat Ladies. Yeah, Red Hat Ladies. Red Hat Lady Club. I want to be a member. Is that still a thing? I remember one time me and Mr. C were vacationing in the mountains and we went in a candy shop. It was a candy factory. It was really cool. And there was a whole group of Red Hat ladies and that was so cool. I was like, and I was looking at different colors of the hats. Some were wearing red hats. Some were wearing purple hats. Some were wearing red and purple hats. And some were wearing, there was one or two that had white hats on. And they were considerably younger. And I thought, oh, so that's like the colors of the hats are like the levels of your age in the Red Hat Lady Club. Is that still a thing? Hey, okay, Donna. What did Regina say? Sweet. Oh, well, it sucks when they hang off of you, but don't you feel good? That's great. I got to do that too. I'd like to lose about at least 30 pounds. If I could lose 30 pounds. I got to say, I had to work yesterday and a podiatrist many years ago told me that I had Morton's neuroma in my toes, some neuropathy, where the toes connect to your foot. I'm having those pains in my toes today. What'd you mess up? Who's silly? You calling me silly? Well, let me give you a quote. I did write a quote down somewhere. I don't know where it went. Oh, and I want to say congratulations as well to Jean, who won July's amigurumi war thing. I still have to send her prize, but I will do so. And I just want to say she commented, and I didn't comment back yet, didn't reply. She commented that because I said something in the video. I said something in the video about saying her last name. I tried not to say anybody's last name only because so many people, including me, might not want their last names out there in the world, you know. So I just kind of play it safe. And I try not to do that when I do things like that, you know, because I'm just trying to respect people's privacy. But she didn't seem to care. When she emailed me to claim. But her last name is a nice German name, and I actually looked it up. So, Jean, if you're listening, you may know this, but now the Red Hat Society. There we go. I said Red Hat Lady Club. But that is what it is. Red Hat Lady Club. Yeah, we should crochet us some red and purple hats. Anyway, Jean's last name is Schwarzentruber. And that is a good old German name. And it do you know how last names became, or surnames became our names, usually from whatever trade, you know, the people were? Jean's last name, Schwarzentruber, is exactly that. It means the grower of a black grape, for a black wine grape. So it's like a vineyard, black grape, vineyard worker, trader, whatever. Stop doing my hands like that. That's probably getting y'all's DD. I'm sorry. 112. Wow. Yeah, don't that sound yummy, Linda? some wine from black grapes. Your family name, your surname is from Holland. You know what it means? My maiden surname is not German, even though my parents were German. But my surname, Maiden, came from Poland. So yeah, I'm a little Polish. I'm a lot of Polish and a lot of German. But it was called or I'll just tell you, the name was Vilcek or Vilcek, and it sounds Czechoslovakian Polish, doesn't it? But it means little wolf, or one who resembles a little wolf. Woof woof. I'm a wolf. Anyway, it's kind of cool to investigate your name and where it came from. So I wonder what little wolves do to make money. What's their trade? That's my thing. Irish maiden name. It makes you, I like to look up what names are. But okay, what quote am I going to tell you? Oh, I like this quote. And as we speak about losing weight, okay, very apropos. This quote is by Karen Scalf-Linneman. Never heard of her, don't know. Karen Scalf-Linneman said, "A waist is a terrible thing to mind." So there you go. Your maiden name is Argue. We all know what that means. Really? All right, folks. Well, I hope you had a good time, even though I just kept rattling on and on. I can't wait to read the chat because I don't know what y'all was talking about. That's not very host. It's not a good host. I was not being a good host, was I? But I do love you guys. Linda's Polish too. You know, Collier. I knew a guy named Collier, and often coal miner. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. It's interesting to find that out, isn't it? All right, folks, I'm gonna let you go. I hope y'all had a decent time today, and I'm cross my fingers that I make it next Thursday too. But I do love y'all, and thank you for coming, and thanks to those of you who were lurking. Love you.